Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blow the Whistle Sports. I'm your host, Wayne Holloway, and thank you once again for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share. And like always, if you want to see something on our show or you have a bright idea that you want to see us implement on the show, drop them in those comments below or hit us on any one of our social media outlets. Holler at us, we holler back. But we got a full show for you guys today, and we got a lot to unpack. But he can't be seen right now because he's coming from a undisclosed location, but we do have him on the phone. He goes by the name of Mr. Steven Rubain. How you doing, sir?
Man, other than that, can't be seen. I can still be heard, so I can still be a little controversial. As long as you got my voice, is all you need. So let's go.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm excited. Let's do this. We got to be playoff to talk about. We got a little NFL. Let's do it.
Speaking of the NBA, the Cavaliers pulled it out. The Cavaliers won today, 125. They beat the Raptors 120. Cavaliers beat them by 5, and the Laker-Rockets game is going on, and it is hot action right now. The current score is Rockets 4, Lakers 3, but it's very early. My Lakers still got time to do their thing. Steve.
Yeah, absolutely.
So are you riding with us this season?
I'm always riding. Is the Kings playing?
There we go.
Is the King playing?
Yes, LeBron is playing. He played last game too.
He did play last game. Yeah,
he did.
4 games. Sometimes you have an off game. But
hey, I get it.
Sometimes you have an off game. But
he's the king. He's the king. I need him to step up.
More games, he gets the job done. But let's go get in there. Let's get to the very top.
It really counts in the finals, though.
Yeah. Well, okay. We'll talk about that at a different time.
Okay. Let's go.
But let's start at the top. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder, the number 1 seed in the West. Well, the Phoenix Suns put 4-0. No problem. I think the closest game was 9 points. I mean, they just dominated the series. They did what a number 1 seed is supposed to. Now the Detroit, on the other hand, they're not playing like a number 1 seed. They seem to be having a hard time with Orlando. So they're down tonight. I think they won tonight. So now I think it's 3-2 Magic. But Detroit still has to win 2 more games out. Nobody thought those 6 or 7 games. It's supposed to have been a sweep or at least 5. So Detroit got some work to do.
Lamont Mahilia, he said, "Let's go, Lake Show." That's right. He's watching us live on YouTube, like you guys can watch us live on YouTube or on Facebook. Have it your way, whichever one you want to see us on.
Absolutely, and we appreciate Lamar. We're gonna get to them Eagles in a little bit. We can have a little something about the Eagles. A little something.
We haven't heard much from Lamont since the Eagles' downfall. He used to call into the show a whole lot. He was like a faithful companion that he would call in and be like whoopty whoopty whoop. But since they weren't whoopty whoop and bam, we ain't heard from him. Where you been, Lamont? We haven't seen you.
I think we're hearing from him a lot more now. That cancer on the team. So I think next year Eagles will be back to being the dominant team we know of. A little bit about that.
We'll climb into that. But Lamont, don't go nowhere, man. We missed you, Lamont.
We do miss you, though. We do miss you. Fly, Eagles, fly.
That's right.
Eagles, fly. So, yeah.
Hey, there it is. You still got an X-Man on the team.
Oh, man. Whew. Let's get to the rest of these games. So I mentioned about the Thunder. I mentioned about the Pistons. All right, we got to talk a little bit about the San Antonio Spurs, the number 2 seed out west. They're having a little frustrating than we thought, too. We thought they'd have a little, but they ended up, knocking out Portland in 5. So
Knock him down. Knock him down.
Knock him down.
Is Wemby the truth? Can I ask you that? Is Wemby the truth?
He's the truth. And since we did bring his name up, he is the unique. That means everybody who could voted him for Defensive Player of the Year. So
that's right.
As you ever get something where everybody votes for you is very, very.
Let's congratulate Wemby here at Blow the Whistle.
Yeah, well deserved. He's a defensive beast. So you're gonna recognize
Wemby.
that.
Hey, so is LeBron gonna have to hand the torch off to Wemby once he retires? Is Wemby the guy?
I think Wemby's going to take the torch. You don't hand the torch off. You gotta earn the torch. You gotta and show that you.
In your opinion,
think about it.
Who's in that caliber that can take it?
Well, he won. I mean, Anthony Edwards is another one who people thought could do it.
That's what I thought too, but he's a little mush mouth. He's not really camera friendly, like, getting out and talking to everybody.
No, he think about it. Going back 70s, 80s, Magic and Larry had the torch. They took the NBA role.
They went and Magic smile, Larry Bird's talent and skill, and his athleticism.
Exactly.
They were ambassadors for the NBA. There were people that you could fall in love with when they had a conversation with you. These new style NBA players, they don't give you that warm feeling. They don't, like a brother,
Right.
It's a difference.
When Michael came in '84, did Magic and Larry hand the torch to them? No. Michael took it. He came in and said, "This is my league now." As he said, there's a new sheriff in town. This is a true story.
Yes.
He told Magic that there's a new sheriff in town. This is my league now, and Magic had no choice but to give it to him because of his talent. And so when Michael retired, then Kobe had to take the torch, and Kobe held the torch for a few years, and the King took it. And the King's been there for now the last 10 years or so. And we don't know yet.
Yeah. And that's
why want to take that torch.
That's why nobody wants the King to retire, because they don't have the next person yet. It hasn't been solidified. That person hasn't shown up and showed out to where it's clear he's running with the torch. We got a lot of talent. But we need an ambassador. We need an NBA ambassador to reach the people.
But you got to have the charisma. You got to have the willingness. I mean, that's the hardest part. Is the NBA on your back, because young guys now don't want to do what it takes. That they like the idea of having it, but they don't want to do all the hard work involved. So,
and that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we're gonna wait and see. But we got the Celtics.
All right, so where do you end up at? Go ahead.
Well, we talked about the Thunder. We talked about the Spurs. We talked about the Magic. We got the Celtics. They're in a tough one with the Sixers. I mean, now I believe the series is 2. Sorry, change that. They now have
3-2.
a 3-2 lead. Because Boston came back and won. So Boston, so that they can have a chance to close out in their next game. The Knicks now have a 3-2 lead over the Hawks.
Right.
As I mentioned, Minnesota has a 3-2 lead over Denver. And then right now we got the Lakers, who have a 3-1 series lead over the Rockets. Can we get a score update?
And you know who I picked to win it all, right?
Picked?
Yeah, they doing their thing. They're doing their thing.
Okay, so can we get a score update?
Yes, we can. Score update coming. Rockets 9, Lakers 14. Let's go, Lake Show.
Now, I think the big news was that Austin Reeves was supposed to come back tonight. So again, one more of their big piece back to help him out. You know, Don. Now, I mean, you played for Luka. I think this needs to be talked about. Luka was 27 now. I think almost turned 20.
Right.
A lot of injuries for a young man at his age. And we got to talk about conditioning. Because right now, he's been out for this last month and a half with a hamstring injury.
Yes.
Well, you know hamstring injuries are. They can be pesky. But a lot of times.
And they're happening rapid in the NFL because of conditioning. We talked about this before.
Yes. And it's something that somebody needs to look at as far as this guy's longevity and about can he be the face of the league? Stay healthy. I mean, as great as a player is, he keeps in these injuries, you can't put the NBA in his hands. It's something that he needs to look at. I mean, I know he's a man.
Had a feeling about that.
He needs to, whenever the season's over, call LeBron James, call the king, and say, LeBron,
oh my
whatever you do, whatever you do in the off season, I'm gonna do the exact same thing you do in the off season because I need to get in the shape that you're in. 41 years old, leading dunker in the NBA, fast breaks. That means guys in their 20s are playing. Whatever he does
what
in the
Luka
offseason
needs is the perfect conditioning trainer. And what happens a lot, just like Wemby, Wemby needs to put weight on, but the weight he has to put on has to be healthy weight because if he puts weight on, and he's not doing it the right way, injuries. I think Luka is a little bigger than he should be, and that's the reason for his injuries.
Yes.
He needs to be in shape and put muscle mass more than just mass. And when you get players, especially in basketball, they start getting these injuries when their body weight doesn't match the jumping and the running. And I'm not a doctor, but I only can call by the way I see it. Wemby is at his perfect weight, so Wemby is doing his thing. But if he puts the weight on that he needs, it has to be healthy weight, or I think we'll be talking about the same injury bug once again. In this new NBA where you can take breaks, conditioning when it comes to NBA and NFL, conditioning is everything. And once people get this so-called bag, it seems like before it empowered them to do more with their body and do the conditioning. And these younger players, it just seems like they skate through. It's not the same intensity when it comes to keeping your machine well oiled, which is your body.
I agree. I
Just an
agree
opinion.
100%. I mean, there's something he needs to look at because he just, like I said, having way too many of these nagging injuries for his age. And so
too young.
And the Lakers got to think about that too when they're looking at their long-term plans. But like you said, LeBron's not going to be around forever. And can he put the franchise on Luka when he can't stay healthy? I mean, we just lost one early in the season in Anthony Davis, and we know about his injury history.
Right.
I mean, he just is, man, between him and Joel Embiid, I don't know, say healthy worse. Joel Embiid's healthy, top 2 center in the NBA.
Right.
But he cannot stay healthy. Man, he can't stay
What I
healthy.
will put out there for this series and for the next with the Los Angeles Lakers, my Los Angeles Lakers, and LeBron, if LeBron can truly be the guy that I've always been talking about, to where when the team is down, he can put them on his back and propel them in games when people aren't doing well, then we might have to revisit the conversation again. But if it goes like it's been going for years after years after years, LeBron's been doing fine scoring, but then a game when they could have closed out, non-existent. He had 10 points, and 6 of those were by free throws. He is the person who gets paid the big bucks. When you're in the playoffs, I want to see him go overboard. I want to see like I saw with Magic, like I saw with Kobe, like I saw with Michael Jordan, sliding across the ground, grabbing the ball, trying to be everything he can be because he's the person that makes all the money. He is the star. Be a star. This is time. This is the no holds barred time. You don't get another redo. Go close out and win these games, and then we can have another conversation. Bring the Lakers home a championship this season, and then we got to have a conversation.
Okay,
I'm gonna leave it there.
I'm fair enough with that. Listen to me. I'm gonna give a guarantee tonight, and you know I don't give guarantees. I'm gonna give a guarantee. Close it out tonight, and I guarantee you, LeBron James get close triple doubles, 25, 10, and 9. My prediction.
Rockets 15, Lakers 19. They right there. They neck and neck. It's 2 minutes and 50 seconds in the first quarter. Hey, we're gonna keep you up going on with this score preview as we go on, but we got to move on to that NFL.
You mean the no fun?
Hey.
About
some people have said that. But hey, it's a juicy thing. We a few days out from the draft. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Well, what team you want to highlight right now so we can go over them?
Let's start at the top. Let's start with the first pick of the draft. Let's go to the Las Vegas Raiders. The
Raider fans, get prepared. You guys got the number 1 pick in the draft, and yes, you got a sports car in the garage, but he needs to stay in the garage. Kirk Cousins needs to take these lumps. Don't do what the other teams did. Do what the teams that nurtured and maintained a good quarterback like the Green Bay Packers. You got Kirk Cousins. Let him go in there and take the lumps to figure out these wide receivers to see if they can put up or shut up, because Kirk Cousins is the guy to find that out. And you let your Ferrari that's in the garage see the speed of the game. Let them get adjusted to the game. Let them see how it's done by a professional, a guy that knows how to win games, a guy that can make your wide receivers number 1 wide receivers. Because no matter how people have been down about Kirk Cousins, when he was with Minnesota, he gave the NFL the best wide receiver that was out there, which was Justin Jefferson. Hands down, can't nobody say anything bad about that. It was what it was. Talk bad about Kirk Cousins all you want. The Raiders have him, and they have a young wide receiver core that's a question mark on them. There's a question mark. And what better person to see what weapons you have in wide receiver, because he got a spark plug at tight end with Bowers over there. So the Raiders are going to be a scary team, Steve, this season. I think the Raiders are going to be that team where basically the games they're supposed to lose, they'll win, and the games they're supposed to win, they're going to lose. I think that's the type of team they're going to have this season. While they get this wide receiver core up to par, because we got to see they got 2 brand new people over there. They got 2 brand new. I think the one person they got in the middle that came from Minnesota. You know what his name is?
You lost me. You had at first you had me. You had me. I was going with you. I was saying yes, I agree with you. Kirk Cousins should start to give Mendoza a chance to kind of learn the game and build. But then you had to go overboard. Listen, you had to go overboard. You just are you the secret agent? that Kirk Cousins?
Nah, but
Because we know
anybody that
that
needs
Kirk
an
Cousins
agent, you need to get Kirk Cousins an agent.
Because Kirk Cousins has the most amazing agent. Whoever his agent is should be in the NFL Hall of Fame. Because that guy, he has sold situations just like my man over here just told. Win games.
Yes.
He hasn't won a big game in his entire life. He'll win meaningless games.
The teams he's been on, we're not going to talk about the last team he was on, but the teams he's been on, he hasn't taken them to the playoffs.
1-4 in a 13-year career. He's 1-4 in the playoffs.
I'm not talking about how he did in the playoffs, but he's taken them to the playoffs. Yeah. And each team that he's been on, they figured like, well, he got us to the playoffs. We shouldn't put more material around him, more guys that can go out and get the ball. Let's get rid of him, and let's start over with another quarterback. Now Minnesota's in limbo. They're in limbo. They did the wrong thing. They should have kept Kirk Cousins, the guy that was taking them to the playoffs, and added the pieces to help him out. Now Kirk Cousins is over there with Trey Tucker, Jalen Nagle, and Jack Beach or Batch. How you say his name? Am I pronouncing it right? Beach. Okay. Now Jalen Nagle, he had some time because he was with Washington, or not Washington. The
Eagles,
Minnesota Vikings. They came from Minnesota to the Raiders.
Right.
So I have to go back and see, is Kirk Cousins familiar with him also? But regardless, Trey Tucker, he might got a spark plug over there. He's only 5'9", but guess what? Steve Smith Sr. was 5'9". He was a beast. He had people icing up. So Trey Tucker might turn out to be something. And Jack Batch or Bah, like how Steve said it, that's their number 3. You know, he's brand new. He's brand new. We got to see when they pull him out of the garage how he's going to look with Kirk Cousins. But correct me if I'm wrong, because you said I lost you. Did Kirk Cousins make Justin Jefferson a star wide receiver? Did he do that?
I would say Justin Jefferson made Kirk Cousins look good. I would look at the other way, but if you want to say that, okay, he did get him the ball.
But to everybody else watching, Kirk Cousins got him the ball. Justin Jefferson for three years at least was the number 1 pick in 95% of the fantasy football drafts, which means that Kirk Cousins made him a superstar. Now, Steve wants to say what? That, yeah, he wanted to put it the other way around, but Justin Jefferson doesn't throw the ball to himself. Kirk Cousins has to drop dots for that to happen, Steve.
Yeah, well.
He has to drop dots for that to happen.
All that sounds good and beautiful, but the bottom line is, with Kirk Cousins as quarterback, they're going to go 6-11. Now 6-11 is better than what they were last year, so there will be some improvement. They'll get a couple more games, but it's still going to be a struggle. They're in a tough division. They got the Chiefs twice, they got the Broncos twice, and they got the Chargers twice. That's going to be, at best, 2-4. At best.
Lamont said he's back and DA is doing his thing tonight again. He must be talking about the basketball game.
Yes,
let me give everybody an update. The Rockets 15, Lakers 23. Okay. First quarter, 1 minute and 41 seconds left in the first quarter. Thank you, Lamont. But right now, Raiders, you guys got 2 years. Maybe 1 year, because like it or not, Kirk Cousins could come over there and light it up, where this brand new Mendoza will be on the bench for 2 years. Like it or not, Kirk Cousins could come over there and light it up. Now, check this out, because I know a lot of people going to jump on my back. I am not a Raiders fan. First of all, I got $500 to 2 Raiders fans. That's $1,000 saying that the Raiders don't make the playoffs. But I have to call it like I see it. And Kirk Cousins has taken teams to the playoffs. He made Justin Jefferson, which was a rookie at one time, a superstar. Even though Steve don't like to admit that, that's what happened. And now he's on the right team, the Raiders, wearing the black and silver. And you can hate him if you want to, but Kirk Cousins come over there and light it up. You're gonna hear a lot of Raider fans doing that. Raiders, you know how they do it, Steve. You know how they do, Steve.
Yeah. I think you could sell beachfront property in Wyoming. You love your love for Kirk Cousins is so great. You can sell beachfront property in Wyoming because
Steve, am I lying?
Listen,
you're making it seem like I'm lying.
Is this the same Kirk Cousins who lost his third job in the Falcons to what's his name? Michael Penix Jr.? Didn't he lose his third job to Michael Penix Jr.? So now I'm supposed to believe that. Come out. I'm supposed to believe now that he's going to come to the Raiders and keep Mendoza on the bench for 2 years.
I said it's possible.
Well, yeah,
it's possible. It's definitely possible. Because do you think if Kirk Cousins come over there and he take the Raiders on a 6-7 run wing streak over there in that tough division, because they got Denver that's lighting them up, they got Kansas City that's retooled, they got fire in the backfield now, and the Chargers. I just told you I got $1,000, $500 with two different people. I don't want it to happen, but Kirk Cousins have done stranger things. He's okay. Hey, and all I'm saying is for Raider fans, you got to be comfortable, and you can't be all over the organization to throw the young guy in there. I know he's ready. I know he's a Ferrari. Give him time, and Fernando will be the Raiders' #1 QB. But let Kirk Cousins take those lumps over there, and don't be mad if he get the W's. Don't be mad. Take it in stride, knowing that even when this guy's gone, we still got the Bugatti out in the back. That's all I'm saying. Hey, don't shoot the messenger.
I agree with you letting Kirk Cousins start, but I'm letting Kirk Cousins start so they can sneak it up well enough to get another high draft pick, and then about next year.
Oh man,
you can go out next year when next year is supposed to be the biggest since 1984. You can use that pick as leverage to get you more draft pick.
True indeed.
And load up. Have it. That's my. If I'm the Raiders, hear that word? I got Kirk Cousins in there to be just good enough to tank legitimately, stink it up so that you can get that top pick next. Trade it away. Do what the Bears did to the Panthers. Trade that pick away for about 5 or 6 picks. Get about 5 of these players and some draft picks because somebody's going to want Arch Manning. And then
all right. What are we going to?
That's what I'm talking about.
What next thing you want to go to? Congratulations, Raider fans. Y'all deserve it. It's been a while, but all I'm saying is take it slow and stride. Don't throw the young man in there. You got Kirk Cousins for a reason. Use that old guy, and let's see what wide receivers will wake up with Kirk Cousins there. Because Kirk Cousins is going to get some W's.
Tank. Listen,
all right, moving on.
Tell me, what was it? Say those wide receivers again. Who are the wide receivers for the Raiders?
The wide receivers for the Raiders are Trey Tucker, Jalen Nagle, and Jack Bitch.
Okay. So I'm expecting Kirk Cousins to take those 3 wide receivers into something golden to have any faith they're going to do well.
That's what he has. But that's why I'm explaining. If you put Fernando in there with brand new wide receivers that just learned the playbook, which is really one on there, and that's Jack. He's brand new, fresh out the supermarket. Trey Tucker, he did decent for them last season, but we got to see. And Kirk Cousins got the arm to see. We got to see. I want to see which is the fast guy, and don't forget. They still got Brock Bowers over there. Do not forget that it could be Kurt the Brock a lot and moving the ball. And they got that running back over there. What's it? Austin Genty. Hey, he's no joke. He's no joke. This will be his second year. The Raiders are loaded, and it's a scary thing. I didn't think they were going to get Kirk Cousins. I thought Mendoza was going to come in, and that's why I took these bets. I thought that like every other team, they've gotten brand new quarterbacks, and they threw them right into the fire, right, and they was like deers into the headlights, and it hasn't been good. I mean, Denver pulled it out. Bo knows football. Yes. Denver quarterback is doing good. What other quarterback came in balling? Oh, your quarterback from Washington, what? Jaden Daniels. Off the back, these quarterbacks came in there ripping it. The Bears quarterback, man, say his name, Steve. Yes, hey, I'm talking about quarterbacks who came in right off and showed out and showed the team that they can do it because they had decent lines. The Raiders, your line, it's not that decent, but it's going to get there. It looks like they're finally on the path to a recovery. But we spent enough time on the Raiders. Let's move to another team. That I know the New York Giants.
New York Football Giants.
Yes,
we'll talk about them. All right,
yes.
I'm gonna simplify this for you because you got a little long-winded. You had like a Kirk Cousins epiphany. You were just in one of those Kirk Cousins. It was. I think you got punch drunk. So I'm gonna talk about a real Jackson Dart.
Hey, I agree with that. Jackson Dart.
Now Jackson Dart had everything except for a coach last year. So
that hurt.
Now that this year he has an actual coach, understands how
and wants to win.
The question is, to me, there's two questions with the Giants. I'm gonna break it down simple. You have, first of all, Cam Scatterbo. We love Cam Scatterbo. And
we love him. I love the chemistry between Scatterbo and Dart. They like brothers. I like that. You need that on the team.
Absolutely. And you had that Giants wide. Remember the Giants?
Malik Neighbors?
Young guy. Malik.
Yes.
You have Malik Neighbors and you have Cam Scatterbo. Both coming of.
Yes.
So the number one question mark going into the season is, are they going to come back at full strength to tear things up, or are they going to come back and still need to work on things and be kind of okay? Because if they come back at full strength, ready to ball out, the Giants could be a fringe playoff team. They could actually be a team that could possibly make a run for a wild card spot. And that's if and only if those two guys are ready.
They're young, so I believe they're going to be fine.
Yeah, so you got young guys who never had that big injury before. You don't know how they're going to respond to it. That's the big question mark. Are they going to respond back hard? Or are they going to respond back kind of soft? And so that's the first question. Yes, and then number two for Jackson Dart. Is he going to have sophomore jinx, or is he going to continue to ball out like he did his year? Because that's a
I'm gonna go with ball out.
Question. Okay, guys.
I'm gonna go with ball out, and the coaching staff and the GM they did a lot. It was a major pickup when they went and got Isaiah Likely from Baltimore as a tight end.
Great pickup.
That's a major pickup right there.
Well, they got weapons. I'm saying they got weapons.
Yeah.
They have a potential to be a fringe wild card team. If Neighbors plays like Neighbors,
there's a rumor.
Yeah,
I heard Odell Beckham was walking around the hallways. I heard Odell
I heard he
Beckham
was trying to step in there.
took a physical. I heard
He's
that
trying to
they're
salvage
trying to
something.
put Odell Beckham back for more depth in the wide receivers.
Well,
I heard that.
Odell Beckham enigma. We don't about him is that he got caught up in the New York lifestyle, the partying, the drink. We know from the clubs there was a club that he didn't miss. He
didn't miss nothing, but he was catching balls with one hand. That's what we care about.
Yeah,
he can catch a ball with one hand.
Yeah, but
he has that much concentration.
But what is his commitment to being better? What was his commitment to being the best?
I can't really call that.
That's the question on Odell. Is he mature now? Has he let that lifestyle go? But now he's serious about playing football? Or is he just going to go out there and still do the same old thing? So that's the question we have with Odell. We know he's talented, but can he let that lifestyle go? Is he going to be that down there? So, we'll see.
Now we got to move to who? Odell? How old? I don't know.
He got to be at least 31, 32. Let me see how old he is.
He's up there, but I know the speed.
As a wide receiver, you have that natural decline. So
but they just need somebody that got sure hands to go across the middle on short passes. They don't need him to go deep like he used to. They got Malik Neighbors for that. They got that. They got that already.
Well, he's
this for you, Lamont.
Yeah. Just let everybody know he's 33 years old.
Yeah. We're moving to the Philadelphia Eagles for Lamont because we had our time right now. We got to get up out of here. Where they? Oh, AJ Brown is still on the team. It's not for certain yet. He's still on the team. As far as depth chart.
Because as far as salary cap things go, they got to wait until June. The June 1st designation on him. So after June 1st, they can go ahead and do whatever they need to with him. He's gone. There's no way they bring him back. They can't just throughout the show. He was to the organization. You can't, if you're going to be a championship level team, you can't have one guy who's me. And when he gets the ball, he's happy. When he don't get the ball, he's criticizing other guys on the
team. And crying like a baby.
I mean, it's the same guy who got you several Pro Bowls. He's the same guy when you get 120, 130 yards receiving. But when you don't get the ball, all of a sudden, Jalen Hurts is a problem.
The Eagles are the only team I know that when they're winning, they're still complaining.
Oh my goodness.
The Eagles are the only team that I know that could be winning games convincingly, and somebody's on the team that's still aggravated by the way they won. And the Eagles is the only team that I know that you have a winning formula, a winning way, and you'll change it to pacify somebody on the team, and then you start losing your way. And then you turn into a completely different team. You go away from the schemes that you schemed up. You thought of these schemes because you saw it was your strength. And then you go away from your strength to appease a player for what? The Eagles are the only team I know that does that. The Eagles went from domination to trash. Honestly.
Well, let's say this. The Eagles in the draft with their first round pick, they got who may be the steal of the first round, wide receiver Mekhi Lemon from USC. I think Mekhi Lemon could be a star in the NFL. I watched quite a few USC games last year. I think not having the great quarterback play, but I think that he has all those to be great. They're bringing him in. They signed him. Got him in the first round to replace A. Brown. Right now they feel like Devontae Smith can be their main guy. Bring this guy in to be their number 2. Should have been anyway.
Everybody else on the team is happy when they're winning. Lamont said best wide receiver group in the league, AJ or not. Woo!
That's the full statement. And then the second round, the Eagles went out and got a tight end who also could be a stud, Eli Stowers from Vanderbilt, to go ahead. I think what's his name's getting a little long in the tooth. The wide receiver now, it's getting a little up there in age now. Going tutelage under.
They got 4 tight ends on the roster. Eli Stowers and Dallas Goedert.
Yeah, Goddard's getting up there in age. He's getting close to 30.
He's fine. But Eli learned from him. With it's good they went and got him, because with a quarterback like they have, it's good to do 2 tight end sets where they can utilize that.
Exactly. And especially in the touch push now too, which of course is a huge play. He's going to be a big frame to go in there. And so I think the Eagles are back. I think they will be the prize of the NFC East. They're going to be the team to beat next year out of the East. Theirs should be better. I hope but I still think it's going to be the Eagles division win. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Eagles, Washington, and the Giants are going to be mixing it up this season. They're going to be mixing it up this season. Hey, don't blink. Scatterboo and company. They right there. Oh. Dart is not. He's no joke. And when you have a wide receiver with swag, let alone a quarterback with swag, with the running back also with the same type of flair, watch out. Giants fans, I think you guys are back. The Eagles is definitely back, but the Eagles ain't never went anywhere. They got a doggone Avenger in the backfield. They got a superhero in the backfield. The Eagles ain't went nowhere. The Eagles are a team that is one of those teams that could win this game off of short dinks and dunks and runs. They can murder a team if they just wanted to win. I don't know about all this looking pretty and winning. Just win. Dominate teams. When you dominate a team and the team seems like they can't do nothing with you, because that's how teams, when the Eagles do that tush push and teams do everything in their power to stop it and they can't stop it, they look defeated. When you mentally defeat a team, you have them. The Eagles just took their foot off the pedal because of the nonsense they had going on over there. But
I hear you there. Before we cut out, I found some interesting news story. The NBA this year came up with a new award, Teammate of the Year. Now, this is interesting. now, the Teammate of the Year basically says this is like the equivalent of the NFL standard.
Right.
Where the NBA now is saying you're the best teammate, leadership on and off the court, and role model to other NBA players and commitment to the team. Our first winner of the NBA Teammate of the Year award is the Andre Jordan of the New Orleans Pelicans. I kind of like this award. I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of wish they would have came with it sooner. I think the King would have won about 5 or 6 of those awards.
Oh my goodness! I knew it was an ulterior motive for this. Hey, Steve, we got to get out of here. Answer Lamont's last question, Steve. He said he may be converted to a wide receiver though. L.J. Smith, is that who you talking about, Lamont?
Are you talking about the tight end, the Stower? Either he might be talking about the tight end Stowers. They might try to convert him to a wide receiver. Oh, I mean, Lamont, to be honest with you, wide receiver and tight end kind of not go hand in hand into the NFL. Most of these tight ends are kind of like wide receivers anyway.
They only put the designation on it because tight ends don't get paid as much as wide receivers. So that's what they do that for. That's what they do that for.
Yeah,
And
was Rob Gronkowski really was Rob Gronkowski really a tight end when he's getting 90, 100 catches a year? He was a wide receiver. So yeah,
exactly.
so I can see that.
Lamont, we expect to see you more, man. The season's coming. The season's coming. Stop blanking in and blanking out on us, Lamont. Even when you're not doing good, you don't give up. Call in, man. We ain't gonna make it hurt. We gonna just talk about it, man. Just talk about it. Me and Steve gonna just talk about it. He said yes. We talking about his the tight end. They might convert him to a wide receiver.
Look, I've always given the Eagles love, even though you guys are the competition. It's and over here, Mr. Packett, who had to give Hurts a hard time for a long time before he finally came over the side. Used to give Jordan.
I still never came over.
Oh my God! Used to give Jalen Hurts the business.
The Eagles were good for a long time. They've made bad decisions. The Eagles were good for a long time. In fact, the Eagles should have went back-to-back Super Bowls. Tell me I'm lying. The Eagles have had times where they go on winning streaks and then all of a sudden they'll go on a losing streak. And you can see what the losing streak is about. You can see what they were doing when they were winning, and then you also see when it turns around and they start going into the toilet, they've went away from the winning formula, and we don't get paid. We can see what the problem is. Remember, Lamont argued for Brown last season. Well, he can say what? No, he's supposed to shut up when you're winning, Lamont. You were wrong. He's supposed to shut up when the team's winning to be a team player. But we got to get out of here. Blow the Whistle Sports. Tune in every Wednesday, every Monday, 7 p.m. We here. We up in here. See y'all next week. Steve, you got anything to say before we get out of here?
News, I have a 1-point lead on the Lakers, 37-36 in the second quarter.
Oh, wait. You look. The Rockets 42, the Lakers 38. It's only the second quarter. 4 minutes and 2 seconds. But hey, we're gonna report what's going on Monday, and then you talk Tuesday. We're gonna give you all your latest and your greatest. See y'all next week. Peace out.
Peace out.